Welcome CSUB Antelope Valley students to our spring 2024 pre-advising video. My name is Melissa Miller. I'm one of the academic advisors here at CSUB AV.
And I'm Leah Anton. I am the advising and tutoring coordinator here at CSUB AV.
In today's pre-advising video, we're going to go over general information that pertains to all of our students. We're going to talk about your My CSUB Student Center. We're going to go over registration holds, to-do list items, and how to find that registration appointment. Also, we're going to show you how to search for classes, specifically AV courses, and we're going to teach you how to search for those general education courses. Also, when you do your appointment with us or your faculty advisor, these appointments will be one-on-one, and this will give you the opportunity to ask questions, and we're going to go over your specific requirements, classes, planned courses, etc.
You will have some options for your academic advising for spring. You're either going to be able to schedule a Zoom workshop for which both faculty advisors and staff advisors are available, so you can meet with either or both of us. And then you also have access to individual appointments with your faculty advisor. And if you don't have a faculty advisor in your major, then you will meet with either myself or Melissa to go over your classes for spring. All advising appointments will be scheduled through Runner Connect. If you are having issues scheduling your appointment, you can call our front desk or stop by the front desk, and they'll assist you in scheduling that appointment either over Zoom or in person. These are your faculty advisors. If you haven't met them yet, for those of you in CAFS, it would be Dr. Reed. For criminal justice, Dr. Taylor. For religious studies, Dr. Lamas. And for those of you in sociology, you'll have access to meet with either Dr. Bongerhoven or Professor Sanchez. It doesn't matter which of the two is listed in your student portal. You can still meet with either of them or a staff advisor during the Zoom workshops if you are participating in those. As a reminder, our virtual office is available 24/7, and it has some important information over there. For example, some of the things that you're going to see here is going to be the advising walk-ins that we have available Monday through Thursday. Has the Zoom link on there, and it lets you know if we ever need to cancel those walk-ins for whatever reason. The very important one here is the class override request. That's when you're having enrollment issues that you shouldn't be having. An override request is not to bypass prerequisites, is to help you enroll in classes that are either pending transcript evaluation or the system's not recognizing that you've met the prerequisite that you have already met for that class. So the override request, you do not need an appointment to submit it. Once you submit it, then we'll go ahead and help process that for you. A quick reminder that we have access to tutoring services through the Bakersfield campus. You just go to csub.edu/tutoring, and you're going to see the different tutoring centers that are available and what their schedules are to go over on Zoom. In addition to these, at the AV campus, we also have a sociology tutor, Jennifer Eraso. She is available for both in-person and Zoom tutoring. Here at AV, we can put in the description of the video her contact information so that you can schedule an appointment, or you can go through Runner Connect, select sociology advising, and then you'll be able to see her schedule through there. In addition to those tutoring services, we also have nettutor.com, which is a free online tutoring service with professional tutors with at least a bachelor's degree, but most of them have a master's or a PhD degree. They offer live video, audio, or chat options, as well as an option to drop off a question or drop off a paper for review. You just have to make sure that you do go to this particular website to register your CSUB student account with your CSUB email to have access to the free tutoring. If at any point they ask you for payment information, you're in the wrong site. Make sure that you are following the link correctly for registration.
Okay, when it comes to registration announcements, registration for winter and spring 2024 begins October 23rd. Prior to October 23rd, you are allowed to start searching for your classes and add those classes to your shopping cart. More classes will be in person for spring 2024. And as a reminder, tuition is always due the Thursday before school starts every term. We do offer Zoom walk-ins for general quick questions. prior to your registration appointment. We're always available Monday through Thursday from 1:30 to 2:30. We also offer walk-ins the first week of registration to assist students with any issues that they may be experiencing during the registration period. These appointments are these Zoom walk-ins are one-on-one meetings, and they are about 5 to 10 minutes each. During these walk-ins, we cannot do any updated advising paperwork or do change of majors or add minors. And if you still are experiencing registration problems, you can always submit that class override request form in our virtual office, and we will review it to see if you meet the registration requirements for the class you're trying to add. To view your degree audit, also known as your academic requirements, when you log into your MyCSUB student portal, at the very top there on your academics bar, there's a blue box with 3 hamburger lines. When you click that, it opens up to more options, and you will select academic requirements, which will bring you to the next page.
Okay. This is a little quick cheat sheet on how to read your degree audit or academic requirements page. Basically, anything with a check mark or a purple triangle has already been met. These are requirements that you fulfilled either prior to transfer or during your time here at CSUB. The main idea is they're done. You don't need to worry about them. Anything with the little green clock arrow there means that the course is currently in progress. You are enrolled for the current semester and you're just pending a final grade. Anything in this category, we're assuming you are on track to finishing. So we're not going to be recommending for you to take anything within those sections, assuming the requirement will be done by the end of the semester. The main ones that you want to pay attention to is those red X's. Anything with a red X is neither met nor in progress. That means that you need to plan on taking those requirements moving forward. It will let you know how many courses you are missing within that section. And just to make it a little bit more visual, we go ahead and highlight it for you as to how many you need. And we usually put some notes on the side as to whether it's a fall class, a spring class to be taken after a particular class, so that you're aware of the course sequencing and the course prerequisites for those requirements. You can always also click on the link of a particular class to read the full description of the class and any prerequisites it may have. With your advising paperwork, we are also including what we call the unit grid. This unit grid helps us keep track of your units to make sure that you will have your minimum of 120 towards graduation, with no more than 70 coming from any community colleges that you've attended, and then no more than 90 combined with any other coursework like AP, CLEP exams, or other university, other four-year university units. We want to make sure that you will have enough for your residency requirements, which is coursework taken at CSUB. Once we've figured out how many you've transferred from other institutions, other AP, how many you've done here at CSUB, and how many you have in progress, we come up with a total number of expected units by the end of that term. If that term says that you need, for example, 35 units, and when we add up your classes, it only comes up with 30 units of required coursework, that means that you're going to need what we call university electives. University electives are units that you need to simply meet the minimums towards graduation. If your required coursework is enough to cover your units, then you're going to see a 0 here, and you don't have to worry about university electives. If you don't take anything else away from this grid, basically look at the highlights. Anything we highlight is of importance. Anything else is just to help us keep track of your units needed. We also keep track of your upper division units. Upper division units are those taken at the 3,000, 4,000 level. Those are your upper division classes. And we need to make sure that you have at least 24 of those taken here at CSUB. Once again, residency means taken at CSUB, not necessarily being a California resident. Okay, we'll keep track of those at the very top. As a quick reminder, all GPA requirements are 2.0 in the different areas. You have your CSUB GPA, which is only courses taken at CSUB. If this is your first semester here at CSUB, you don't have a CSUB GPA yet. You will have one at the end of this term. Your major GPA includes coursework taken outside of CSUB and inside of CSUB, as long as it counts towards the major. Same with your minor. If you don't have a minor, don't worry about the minor. And then your overall GPA includes everything you have transferred over and everything you have taken here, regardless of whether it's counting towards a specific requirement or not.
Okay, so when it comes to the Student Center, right before registration, you do want to make sure all of your holds are cleared. The only hold that Leah and I can remove is that advising hold. Some examples of holds that you may have on your account is the Student Financial Services hold, which means that you may owe the university money. Also, the Student Financial Agreement hold, that means that you understand tuition fees. The probation hold, this means you need to meet with a probation advisor. When you click on details of all of these holds, it will tell you which department to contact. Leigh and I are only academic advisors. Again, if you are needing to meet with a probation advisor, you will need to contact that specific department. Also, you will have a judicial affairs hold on your account, which means that is your Title IX training, which talks about topics like discrimination or harassment. And lastly, health services hold. You might have this on your account if you need to provide some documentation to the health services department. When it comes to to-do list items, either the financial aid department or the admissions and records department may request items from you. These are not holds yet, but they can turn into holds if you do not submit the documentation to the correct department. Examples are household size, IRS data retrieval, student income verification, or final transcripts if you are finishing up classes at a community college. Lastly, when it comes to finding your enrollment appointment, underneath on the right-hand side, you'll see a section called enrollment appointment. You do need to click on details to see your specific day and time. Each student has a different registration day and time, so make sure you're clicking those details. When it comes to your Student Center on how to search for classes, there are certain ways to search. When it comes to enrolling into classes, you will have the choice to select between winter or spring. When you go to the top right and select the yellow box where it says search for classes, you must select the term that you are searching for. It doesn't pre-select any term, so make sure you're paying attention to that when searching for classes. And then whenever you're searching for classes, you'll be able to add those classes to your shopping cart, and just make sure you're double checking the term. Registration fees will not post right away. They usually post those when we get closer to the term starting. And if you are wanting to check your financial aid, you'll also have the option to check that through your portal, or you can call the student financial aid office.
Okay, and then some quick pointers on how to search for your classes for the spring semester. Mainly, you want to make sure that you select your topic when you're looking for a major or a minor class. Always leave the open classes only box checked by default, because what you want to do is you want to check which classes have open enrollment at that time. Unless you're graduating, there's no need to look for waitlist classes at that point. Very important when you're doing all searches for AV classes, you do need to click on the gray box that says additional search criteria, then scroll down, do not do the campus, make sure that you do the location and select Antelope Valley as the location before you click search. And then always make sure you have the right terms selected if you're using the search bar to move forward. If you are searching for general education classes, the criteria is a little bit different. We definitely want to make sure that the subject section is blank, because you're not searching for specific department courses, you're looking for specific requirements. We still want to check the box that says open classes only. Again, it's checked by as default. You just want to leave it as is. Click on additional search criteria. But in addition to doing the location Antelope Valley, you want to also do the course attribute. In the course attribute, you can select the graduation writing assessment for your GWAR, the junior year diversity for your JYDR, or if you need to search for your upper division B, C, or D, you want to select upper division general education, and then on the box below where it says course attribute value, that's when you select B, C, or D, whichever one it is that you are missing. Okay, That's when you click search, and any class, regardless of which department is offering, that fulfills that requirement will show up so that you can find your choices. Be aware, for upper division general education classes, you will only see 2, 3 at the most options for the Antelope Valley. This is normal. General education classes do not have to be taken in a particular sequence, and they do not need specific courses. So you basically only have about 2 options each semester that are available to our students. Main things to know about main campus classes, because we get this question a lot. Main campus classes are restricted to main campus students unless it is a class that it's not offered at the Antelope Valley and that it is needed to keep your expected graduation. If this is the case, you can submit an override request for an advisor like myself or Melissa to do an override to manually place you into that course. If you do not meet all of these criteria, we cannot add you to a main campus class. That is, regardless of whether or not it's an online class. Just because it's online doesn't mean that AV students have access to it. This has to be a class that either the department has approved to be able to be added by AV students or reserved specifically for AV students. There are main campus courses that are offered and available to AV. You can see those. It'll say location main campus, but under enrollment requirements, you're not going to see it's being restricted to main campus students. You're going to see that it says it's either open to main campus students or AVC. Now, AVC here means Antelope Valley Campus, not Antelope Valley College, but it does mean that our students are able to enroll in these classes without the need of an override. If you are unsure, you can always ask us during your advising appointment, or you can come see us during walk-ins and we can clarify for you if you are having issues with adding any of these classes. When it comes to winter classes, here is the bullet points of what you need to know. Winter session is approximately 2 weeks. This upcoming winter, it's going to be from January 2nd through January 17. There is no financial aid available at all. All students enrolling in winter are paying out of pocket. The cost is $360 per unit. There are no campus fees associated with it, so it's a clean $360 per unit. The max enrollment is 1 course. Now, it may be up to 4 units, but these are not combined units. So if your one class is 3 units, then that is your max. If your one class is 1 unit, then that is your max. These are not main or AV classes. Everything is offered through Extended University, which means it's open to both campuses. However, pay attention. If the class says that you're meeting in person, do check to see if the location is main campus or AV. I can tell you that usually we have no AV classes offered during winter, so I suggest that you keep your class as fully online for the winter term. But you will not need an override to enroll in these. They will be open to either campus.
Okay, and just as a reminder, we do have a CSUB AV advising YouTube page. So if you ever need to come back and reference videos like this, or how to search for classes, or how to look up unofficial transcripts, please visit our YouTube page. There's a lot of great information on there.
And we'll hopefully be updating the How to Search for Classes video very soon. The idea is the same, it just has the old look for the previous student portal, but the information still holds. And don't forget to subscribe if you want to see the new videos that we come up with.
All right, prior to your advising appointment, make sure to clear any registration holds other than the advising one. Again, Leah and I cannot remove any holds from your holds list, just the advising one. Make sure to review your paperwork and your course requirements and unit tallies. Watch the tutorials on our YouTube channel if needed. Search for classes by yourself. Once you receive the paperwork from us, go ahead and give it a shot, add them to your shopping cart. Make sure you're double checking them with your paperwork, and you can even validate your shopping cart to see if you meet the registration requirements. And don't forget, write down all of your questions. That way, when we meet with you one-on-one, we can assist you. And we hope you found this video very informative, and we'll see you during your academic advising appointment. Have a good
Don't
day.
miss your appointment. Bye.
Bye.